Hi and welcome back to my channel. I'm going in with the Fresh and Fit glowing primer from Essence, and then I'm also going to use the Healthy Glow concealer from Essence to prime my eyes for eyeshadow. I'm using my beauty blender and I'm just blending that in to make sure everything is nice and even to place my eyeshadows. Next, I'm using the AIRSPUN loose face powder in the color translucent just to set the concealer down. And then I'm going in with my Essence eyebrow stylist set just to carve out my eyebrows and to make them nice and dark. I'm going to use that Essence concealer again just to shape my eyebrows and make them look more natural. For eyeshadow, I'm going to use the JACLYN Heel palette, and I'm going to use the Silk Cream shade with the JH30 brush just to put that as a transition shade, so to make sure that all the other shades blend in nicely. Then I'm using the shade M.F.E.O from that same palette just to darken up the transition shade a bit. Now I'm going to use the JH33 brush with the color Enchanted, that dark green shade in the palette, and I'm going to pack that in on my outer corner, and then I'm going to blend it into my crease. I'm using windshield wiper motions to blend that green into the crease. With the JH32 brush, I'm using the shade Creamsicle, and I'm just using that to buff out that dark green shade to make sure that there are not any harsh lines. With the JH33 brush again, I'm packing more of that green shade on and then just blending it into the Creamsicle color. I'm using that same concealer from Essence as well as the JH41 brush to carve out my crease. Then I'm using that same brush with the color Diva, and I'm packing that on my entire lid. Now I'm using the Essence Glitter Primer, and I'm going to put that on my lid to prep for the glitter that I'm going to use. For glitter, I'm going to use the Essence Loose Glitter number 5 Chameleon. I swear, Essence did not sponsor this video, but it would be quite cool if they did. I'm packing that glitter on my entire lid to make it sparkle. Besides, what's a holiday look without glitter? Now I'm going to mix two LA Girl foundations, the Pro Matte HD High Definition in the shade Ivory and Bisque. And I'm using my Morphe M433 brush to buff that in. The Morphe M439, sorry, not the M433. Now I'm just going to use my damp beauty sponge to make sure that the foundation is even and there are no harsh lines. For contour, I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso, and I'm going to contour my cheeks, my nose, my cupid's bow, as well as my forehead. I'm going to use the butt of my beauty sponge to blend in that contour and to make it nice and natural. I'm going back in with that same Essence concealer and I'm going to conceal my under eye. My opinion is this concealer is very full coverage for the very cheap price, and I actually love this drugstore concealer. I'm going to use that on my under eyes, my forehead, my nose, and my cupid's bow. I'm going to blend that in with my beauty blender. I'm going to use my AIRSPUN translucent face powder, and I'm just going to set that under eye so that the concealer doesn't crease. To set the rest of my face, I'm going to use my beauty sponge and the Rimmel Stay Matte But Not Flat transparent pressed powder. For powder contour, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild contouring palette in the shade Caramel Toffee, and I'm going to contour my cheeks and my forehead and my nose. Wherever I put the cream contour, I'm just going to set it with the powder contour. Now I'm using the Essence bronzing powder in the shade Natural to bronze up my face to make me look if I have a healthy glow. This bronzing powder smells like cookies. I just want to eat it. Now I'm going back in with that Essence contouring palette and I'm using the banana shade just to highlight underneath my eyes as well as my forehead and my chin to make sure that the contour isn't as harsh and that it all looks more natural. I accidentally got a bit of the contour shade on my forehead, but no worries, I blended that bitch out. For blush, I'm going to use the Essence Mosaic blush in the shade All You Need Is Pink. I actually really love this blush. It goes with absolutely any makeup look and it looks very natural. I'm using the Royal and LANICKEL Moda Pro Radiance brush BMX220 to apply the blush. To set my eyebrows, I'm using the Essence Make Me Brow in the shade Blondie Brows to make sure that my eyebrows don't go anywhere during the. For my lower lash line, I'm using the shade Enchanted as well as the brush JH39 to blend that on my lower lids. I'm just using a clean blending brush and I'm buffing that creamsicle color on the lower lash line just to make it more seamless and that there are no harsh lines. I'm using the shade ENLIGHT in the JACLYN Hill palette and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Then I'm using a clean fluffy brush just to blend that in to make sure again there are no harsh lines. I'm using that same in light color and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes just to give that a bit of pop to make your eyes look brighter. I have three Essence eye pencils and I don't know which one to use. The gold color is the shade Rosy and Goldy. The dark green shade, I have a green or the lighter green shade, Feel the Maritime. I eventually decided to go in with the dark green shade to place on my inner rim. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara just to coat my lashes. I took the liberty of putting on some lashes from Essence. I'm not quite a fan of them because they don't go on as easy, and I just don't like them. For highlighter, I'm using the shade Sun-Kissed Glow from the Glow to Go Essence palette, and I'm gonna highlight my cheeks and my nose and my cupid's bow, as well as a little bit on my forehead to give that beautiful bronzy glow. For lip liner, I'm using the Essence Stay True Lip Liner Waterproof in the shade Taste the Red to line my lips. For lipstick, I'm using the LANICKEL Matte Flat Finish Pigment Gloss in both shades Frisky and Secret. Last but not least, I'm using the Essence Glow to Go Illuminating Setting Spray to set my face. And I'm using my damn beauty sponge just to press in that setting spray to make sure everything is good and blended. This is the final result. I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish you a very Merry Christmas and enjoy the holidays. Please subscribe to my channel and thank you for watching.